Hello and welcome to the August 2018 Humble Monthly Bundle Overview with the Bloody Otaku. Yep, August has started and it is now time to go over what I received in this bundle and what's going to be available as the early unlock in the September 2018 Humble Monthly Bundle. And, well, as I've actually said in the title of this video, there is actually one sale regret, because what you're actually getting, I actually already bought in during the Steam Summer Sale. I think it was the Steam Summer Sale, might have been earlier. But anywho, however, there is actually a slight change in September's Humble Monthly Bundle. And I'm not sure if this is applicable to everyone or if it's just applicable to those who start their subscription for the September bundle, because you can either pick the free early unlocks that I'm about to show here, or you can actually get one of the early unlocks from one of the previous bundles, which is actually Rise of the Tomb Raider. And, well, in my case, I'll be picking the early unlocks that you are actually going to see me talk about, of which the first one of these is actually going to be something I already own. And, well, let's get on with it, not to beat around the bush. This is what I actually purchased during the Steam Summer Sale. It's Tales of Berseria. And it's early unlock number 1. Well, number 1 in my list. Because, well, again, this is another de novo anti-tamper piece of garbage. But, oh, nobody's actually having a go at them, but, oh, yeah, and, well, Tales of Berseria. Although I should explain some of the stories and some of the reasons why I've actually purchased this, because originally this was a PlayStation exclusive title. It was released in Japan on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, but was only ever released in the West on the PlayStation 4. And originally I was going to go, well, screw you, and order it and purchase the PlayStation 3 version from Japan. But, well, our Lord Gaben has and Bandai Namco, of course, has actually gone and, well, Bandai would have been primarily involved in this. Yeah, the tale of emotion versus reason. In Tales of Berseria, players must embark on a journey of self-discovery as they assume the role of Velvet, a young woman whose once kind demeanour has been replaced and overcome with a festering anger and hatred after a traumatic experience 3 years prior to the events within Tales of Berseria. Yeah, and actually, to actually make it clear, the game actually starts before sort of like the story really gets in. So So the event, so this actually starts pre-free. This actually starts at the 3 year prior point, and then it actually moves into the character of Velvet that everyone will know. Excuse me. Velvet will join a crew of pirates as they sail across the sea and visit the many islands that make up the sacred kingdom of Midgand in an all-new adventure developed by the celebrated team behind the Tales series. Veteran Tales of creator, designer Mitsumi Inamata has personally designed Velvet, and famous Japanese animation studio returns to animate the game's breathtaking cutscenes, delivering truly epic and emotional storytelling in their unique style. And I would actually agree with that. Although for the in-game elements, even though it only ever runs at 60 FPS, I have to actually turn on VSync to lock it so that I don't get any tearing during all the main game stuff and that. Yeah. But then again, that's the life of a low-end. Yeah, the thing is, minimum system requirements: Core 2 Duo E8400 or AMD Phenom 2X2 550 3.1. My Celeron G1820 has no problems with this, even with the Nouveau lock in place. That's the last of my cold drink. And I'm now going to have to try and get through this section as quickly as possible before I start to boil. And I am going to boil because after about half an hour, when I'm very, very heated and very sweaty, I have to take this headset off to mop the sweat off the ear cups and the headband base. But well, that's the world we live in. And well, on to number 2. Early unlock number 2, which is Sniper Elite 4. And well, the early unlocks seem to be actually very expensive or very high priced titles, some of which have actually probably around the AAA levels. But yeah, Sniper Elite 4 early unlock number 2. Yep, load of uber expensive DLC. Not that expensive, although 30 quid for a season pass and the game is about 40 quid. Yep, so discover unrivaled sniping freedom in the largest and most advanced World War II shooter ever built to experience tactical third-person combat, gameplay choice, and epic long shots across gigantic levels as we liberate wartime Italy from the grip of fascism. And actually, I believe there is actually a video on this by the Mighty Jingles. I think I might, while I'm actually uploading, before I actually upload this video, I'll probably see if that video is available and link to it in the video description. Yeah, but set in the aftermath of his award-winning predecessor, Sniper Elite 4 transports players across the beautiful Italian peninsula from sun-drenched English Mediterranean coastal towns to ancient forests, mountain valleys, and colossal Nazi megastructures. Unfortunately, you'll probably see the swastika in the German release because they do not like it. Yeah, expansive campaign, award-winning sniping, extensive arsenal, deep customization, slick traversals and takedowns, acclaimed X-ray kill cams, and this is actually sort of like a feature of all the Sniper Elite series, where with most of the shots it will sort of like go X-ray to your target as you will actually see the shot go fly towards the target, and then you'll get the X-ray shot of the bullet wreaking havoc with internal organs. Yep, play the entire campaign online with another player or jump into dedicated cooperative game modes for up to 4 players. So, yep, this has multiplayer. Even more modes and maps will be released free after launch for that. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty positive reviews. Right. So, on to number 3, which is Staxel. Early access game from Plukit, published by Humble themselves. And the only way I can see this is sort of like a cross between Harvest Moon and Minecraft. Harvest Moon is sort of like what looks like the farming elements, and Minecraft in the graphics, in the sort of like the large pixel style graphics. Yeah, Staxel is a creative farming and village life game with a cast of quirky characters. Build your farmhouse, help villagers take to the wilds to fish or hunt for bugs, and grow a variety of crops in your backyard. If you're feeling social, you can invite your friends over to share in the fun. Yep, so I think this is another multiplayer. Yep, online co-op. And it's an early access. Of course, you need to have an early access game in the Humble monthly bundles. And there is actually at least one in this month, although it wasn't one of the early unlocks. So, right. Onward we go to the first of this month's games, and one of the early unlocks that you would have gotten if you purchased it early, of course, which is A Hat in Time. Yep, Hat in Time is a cute-tech 3D platform featuring a little girl who stitches hats for wicked powers. A little girl on a spaceship. Yep. And this is, well, something that has relatively got me interested. Yep. There's a tiny space-travelling girl with a big top hat. Her adventure is halted when all her fuel, the timepieces, is lost and scattered across a nearby planet. Hat Kid must now jump, fly, and stitch new hats to make her way into every nook and cranny of this new world in order to restore her fuel and resume her journey. On her way, she'll bump into the menacing mafia of crooks, the goofy birds of Deadbird Studio, the spooky shadows of Succon Forest, and more. Yes. Now this is getting really interesting, but yeah. Onwards and upwards. The Escapists 2. Yes, this is our Team 17 one. Escapists 2, yeah, plenty more DLC there. Manual saves, new tutorials, yep, okay. Yep, risk it all to break out from the toughest prison in the world. Explore the biggest prisons yet. With multiple floors, roofs, vents, and underground tunnels. You have to live by the prison rules, attending roll call, doing prison jobs, and following strict routines, all while secretly engineering your bid for freedom. Your prison escape antics will take you from the frosty Fort Tundra and a train hurtling through the desert, and even to the final frontier. Unite with up to 3 friends to create an ultimate escape crew and engineer the wildest escape yet. Jump online or gather around on the couch to prepare for your sneaky adventures. By working together, you will be able to create even more elaborate and daring plans. Yeah. And you can also build your own Clink. Yeah. Custom, or both local and online multiplayer. Yeah. So yeah, that's number two. Number 3 is something that has actually gotten a bit of controversy with the community, which is Conan Exiles. Which, well, only released a couple of months ago. Yeah, Barbarian Edition content. £21 to get that. Yeah, Conan Exiles is an open world survival game set in the lands of Conan the Barbarian. Survive in a savage world, build a home and kingdom, and dominate your enemies in epic warfare. Yeah. I like this. Doesn't even tell you what. It doesn't even tell you what speed processor it asks for. It says require 64-bit processor and operating system. Oh, yeah, there it is. It says core. Stupid. It's an Intel Core i5 2300 AMD FX 6300. Yeah, so I could probably put a decent processor in the Dell, and it'll be able to run in here. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 561 gig, AMD Radeon HD 7770 1GB. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780 Ti or 970 high settings, 1070 ultra settings, or AMD R9 290 AMD RX 480 for high settings on the AMD side. Yeah, 50 gigs of hard drive space. And I am slowly running out of space. I need to buy larger hard drives, but well, some of the reasons for these mixed reviews is, well, another Denuvo Lock DRM game, plus the other thing is with the sort of like, yeah, because it's bugs. I think some of it is with the sort of like decay of items as well, but yep. 'Tis number 3. Oh, now we go on to the ones that aren't. The ones that we got today. First, starting with The Surge. A catastrophic event has knocked you out during your first day on the job. You wake up equipped with a heavy-grade exoskeleton in a destroyed section of the complex. Robots gone haywire, insane augmented co-workers, and rogue AI. Everything what you're dead. That looks like my kind of game. Defy deadly enemies and huge bosses in tight, visceral melee combat. Target and slice specific limbs of your foes with a next-gen loot system where you loot what you dismember. Equip, upgrade, and craft new weapons and armor, slice from enemies, and make yourself stronger through a fresh take on leveling up. Oh, yes. I didn't actually read all of it before, but yeah, well, we got Cutting Edge pack for free and the Fire and Ice weapon pack. Oh, the Surge, a walk in the park. No, I think I'll probably need to check to see what is actually in the what I actually get, although I think you only get the base game. If only you could be so lucky. Oh, next one, Sunstrike Force, another Calypso game. Developed by Kite Games, published by Calypso Media. Yep, Sunstrike Force sends you off on 3 extensive campaigns set amidst amongst the battlefields of World War II. Commanding the Allied or German or Soviet troops, you'll lead over 100 different units into battle, like the German Bull Heinkel HE-111 and the Russian T-34 tank, the Russian T-34 tank, the British Hawker Typhoon fighter plane, and the notorious German Panzerkampfwagen 6 Tiger. The first for the Sunstrike series, you can now choose from one of 9 individual commanders, such as George Patton or Bernard Montgomery, who will each allow for different approaches to combat and boast unique abilities. Prove your strategic expertise in over 20 demanding single-player scenarios, a challenge-focused skirmish mode, and the ultra-competitive multiplayer mode via internet. Yep. Well, although once again, most of this I've actually been viewing blind, since I just had a brief look before I actually redeemed all the codes. But yeah, possible interest. On to the next one, Kona. Yeah, which now has a VR version. Yeah, support for Oculus HTC Vive and motion controls. So looks like it's probably only compatible with it's only compatible with with Oculus and HTC Vive. It isn't compatible with Windows Mixed Reality. Yeah, Northern Canada, 1970. A strange blizzard ravages Demipeck Lake. Step into the shoes of a detective to explore the eerie village, investigate surreal events, and battle the elements to survive. Kona is a chilly narrative-driven interactive tale you won't soon forget. This is for a vast British northern environment and battle the elements to survive. Enjoy atmospheric soundtrack featuring music by Quebec folk band Kier La Belle. Whatever it is. Experience the tale through the omniscient third-person storyteller. Go back in time, a vintage look and feel reminiscent of 1970s rural communities. Yep. Yeah. Is this another? Yep, it's an indie. Published by Parabol and Ravenscourt. Round again, but on to the next. Forge Battalion, which is this bundle's early access game. There's been another one, but yeah. Towards the end of the 21st century, the effects of climate change have devastated the world, and a military force called the Collective has spread across the globe. As part of a resistance group, it's time for you to join the fight. So, yeah, you're a resistance. You're a resistance fighter actually fighting off this collective. Customize your unique faction and a new take on real-time strategies. You fight in a variety of skirmish, solo and multiplayer battles. You are not only a commander but also an engineer, so you have ultimate control over your faction's units, factories, super weapons and economy. Manage, customize and develop the blueprints of your emerging faction to create ever-evolving factories and units. Between missions, Deep Tech Tree unlocks components that you use to design combat units. As more technology is unlocked, your designs become more advanced and powerful. Using resources gained in battle, you'll unlock new options through the metagame Tech Tree. To choose the archetype armor, locomotor, weapons and special abilities such as stealth and regeneration that will make your faction one of a kind. Ultimately, you will have access to the most powerful options, including an array of deadly super weapons to launch against your foes. You can forge your faction. You can modify every unit chassis. So the dynamic story campaign, online multiplayer. Yep. i5 3570K. I love it when the minimum system requirements are an overclockable processor. Ugh, indeed. Yep. Oh, and it's another Team 17 publishing release. Oh, great. I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to quickly go through this, but thankfully we're at the last game, Pathologic Classic HD. The original indie cult classic returns fully restored and more evocative than ever. Pathologic Classic HD is the definitive edition of the original cult classic psychological first-person survival game. The game represents a unique and unforgettable experience that it transports players in a weird town which crouches ominous in the far reaches of an ancient steppe. There is one small drove of settlement huddled around a monstrous abattoir, but something about the butchery it was near has changed it. It has developed an odd social structure over the course of several generations. It have quietly continued along its weird way, but a sudden outbreak of an unknown and inevitably lethal disease has decimated the citizens. Prayers did not help. Science did not help. So finally they have turned to outsiders for help. Three of them enter the town in hope of finding a cure, or failing that, an explanation. The first outsider was a ruthless investigator assigned by local authorities. The second is a far-sighted Ripper, who has used his extraordinary abilities to gain a reputation as an ingenious surgeon, who has come to the town in search of his father's terrible heritage. The third and last outsider is an eccentric girl, rumoured to have mystic healing abilities. She may become the town's salvation, were it not for the constant fear that plagues her, the memory of the horrors of her recent past. Yeah, so brand new in-house English script. So it's practically got a whole new coat of paint, a whole new script, new voiceovers, new content. Yep, brand new. Newly included fan-made Polish translation thanks to hard work and generous. Yep. So a lot of people have actually gotten involved in getting this thing up and enhanced and modernised. It's Ice Pick Lodge General Arcade, published by Good Shepherd Entertainment. So yeah. Ugh. Yep. I'm starting to sweat now. Oh. And one other thing I've probably mentioned previously, I've probably mentioned every episode, subscribing to the bundle actually gives you access to the Humble Trove, which is actually a load of downloads of DRM-free games, which includes all of the previous Humble originals, but also I actually found that Soma, which was one of the early unlocks from a previous bundle, is actually in the trove. So, if you actually want to get it, you can actually subscribe, access the trove, download everything you want from it, and it's yours to keep. As long as you keep all the files intact. Although Soma is actually 11.6 gig in a zip file. So yeah, it's time to button this up, put this thing in the can, and yeah, try to be as quick as possible. 30 minutes later. So yeah. So, well, I'm gonna be yep, wrap this up, get this done, in the can, upload it to YouTube, bish bash bosh. So, this has been the August 2018 Humble Monthly Bundle Overview, and this is the Bloody Otaku signing off. Until next time, I'll catch you laters.